Hello everyone and welcome to another iPICKmyBUTT video. More Archero and a new update, version 4.3.2. Got a lot of exciting stuff packed inside here, and just when you're starting to get a little bit bored of the game, they come out and just throw a whole bunch of crap at you, which just draws you right back in. Now, one of the big things for me that you're going to notice right away when going into this is we now have the refining feature inside the game. And no idea when this exactly is going to unlock for players. Most stuff it gets unlocked based by chapters, but now when you go and click on your weapon, you'll see the refine button below, and you're going to see there's 4 slots underneath our weapon there, and this can go for every single piece of gear. It's not going to be stuck to this specific staff there, but it will be stuck to this specific area. So we're going to have this all done for all weapons. And pretty much as you can see, we're going to just go and sacrifice some epic gear, and once we get the star level high enough, we'll have to go and trade in 2 of them, and that's going to unlock that slot. And it doesn't just stop there. Once we get to the next one, now we need to sacrifice perfect epic equipment. And I'm pretty sure after that, it's going to be legendary and then ancient legendary, which means we're going to be really sacrificing a lot of stuff, which is kind of good. We have all that stuff that we've been sitting at epic for a while, just wasting away, waiting to do something with it. And this is our answers right here. Although this is going to take up a ton of weapon scrolls, as you can see me going through them, and gold on top of it too for the in-betweens. But once we have these little slots areas, yes, we're going to get the stats below. We can then also go and forge our equipment to go and turn them into glyphs. So you can see here, this is all the stuff we can forge. And based by how many things we select, will give us the option of what we're going to get for these glyphs out of the game. And it looks like there's a ton of different glyphs too on this. I was having a hard time deciding what I was going to sacrifice here because I still wanted to get more levels on the actual refined portion of it, but we do need to have these glyphs too. And you can see there is like a little number on these little glyph Dragon Ball type things, and based by them, it's going to give us different stats. Now, we can go and evolve these, which is going to do kind of like a pun ball, survivor.io type of setup where you now see the +1s on them. But going in and looking at the stats on these, they're going to be specific by your choosing of how your setup is. So for example, if you want to have more knockback, you might select those. If you're going to be using the staff, I think I saw one for bigger projectiles or even faster speed on it. So the options of how you want to make your build are so insane. You can go so many different angles. It's really going to make this an interesting time. And keep in mind, this isn't just for the weapon. This is for all 9 equipment slots inside the game. So you're going to be going through a lot of money, a lot of gold, and you're going to pretty much have an inventory of gear that looks like it's absolutely nothing by the time you're done. And of course, what's an update without some newly added chapters there? Pretty much should have them in hero mode too. This is always typical. I won't be seeing these anytime soon because I did try to go back in on 35. Still lost. It's going to take me a couple of tries or at least a little bit more attack on it. And did we get new outfits? I wasn't really too sure. I was browsing through them. Some look different, but there's so many outfits now I can't keep track of them anymore. For some reason, they decided to make Hero Duo available on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday versus being daily. Not really certain why they did this. Maybe they're trying to cut back on honor points, but it just doesn't really make too much sense. But at any rate, that's one of the changes you'll see inside the game. And Ancient Maze has now been reduced from 100 stages down to 70, and they said the rewards are slightly increased. I didn't have a chance to get in there this morning to actually give it a try, but it'll be interesting to see how much difference we're going to get, because I know I usually played this like around like stage 85 or 90. Pretty much I was waiting to see when there was no more soul stones, and I was just like, okay, do I finish this or do I quit from it? But we do now have 100 extra stages added to both the expedition, so we can go all the way up to 600. I'm actually kind of excited for this. I don't really play the hero one that much. I think I'm still at like 400 and something, but I like playing the normal one because of the drops of gear on it. So I'm going to go back in and see what I can get out of that. This is a plus. The hero one, I'm just kind of bored of it a little bit. I haven't really tried it in a while. I know I can beat it, but for some reason, just not interested. One of the things I'm most proud of the devs here is for listening about the complaint of let us move our dragon abilities from the left side to the right hand side of the screen. So you see it there, left interface or right interface. This makes my life so much easier because I was constantly hitting these things on accident, and it was really difficult to go and even hit them given the fact that I was playing with my left thumb. So they did throw some daily optimizations in there for gameplay, and they did do a daily quest optimizations. You can now claim all rewards with one button. So I think that's kind of preventing us from doing the whole little glitch thing where you could go and click on 2 at the same time and really kind of reaping in double the rewards. Now, they did mention this newly added monster dispatch event, which is going to be available within 1 week after the update, but we do have 2 events going on right now. We have a purchase reward. If you click over on the bottom right there, there's actually a thing you can do to kind of complete tasks, do 3 of them, and you get a coin to progress in this. And we also have a maple leaf and acorn event going on, and if you scroll down a little bit, you can see there's an option to get the new bracelet and the new locket. We'll go over that in a second here, but overall, I mean, there's a lot of good things they're throwing at you all at once to kind of just be able to get some of this stuff. Now let's talk about all this new gear here, because I want to just say I spent $30 on this just to try to see what we could pull, doing both the regular chests and then the obsidian ones. Purchased them so I can get a bunch of keys. I did not land one single sword inside the game, and this is why right here. This is the drop rate of it. And you see me fumbling through trying to change the languages on the right side, trying to remember where this was. But it's this one right here I have highlighted. Don't pay attention to the actual transcription of it because it's like Dog Day Force for some reason. But you see it right above there, above Double Sword Rain. I compared all the ones, and obviously this was the one that was new to us. So realistically, 0.15%. Versus the Demon Blade is still 0.12%. I got a bunch of Demon Blades out of the thing. I did not get any of these swords, so I actually wonder if this is 100% true or if it's just kind of them throwing numbers out there. But we do have some footage. This is footage I stole from Taro. Thanks, buddy. No, I'm just kidding. It did come from Taro's video, but you got to go over and check this out. He has a great representation of which one's better, comparing numbers of the Demon Blade versus the new sword there, so you could really kind of judge how good this thing really is. And it is pretty awesome. I mean, there is 3 abilities on there, it looks like, and you can switch from 1 hand, 2 hand, and then do this kind of tornado thing too. It looks pretty nuts. I'm so freaking jealous that I didn't get this thing. But as you guys know, I'm not making Archero videos as much as I was before. I was making them for 3 years. That's a long time to make videos on a single game. But Taro, he's still cranking away from them, and if you want those little detailed numbers about what the hidden stats are, he's your guy to get them from. But right here, you can see Antiquated Sword. Here's the stats for that one. And we also have 2 new rings inside the game. We have the Dragon's Ring and the Vilebat's Ring, and you can see the stats underneath the Dragon's Ring. Those are from me doing my refines on that slot, so don't pay attention to those. But you can see projectile resistance and crit chance, and then the other one you can see is eventually going to do some healing once you get to Epic. And the counterattack charm was another one I wasn't able to get, but you can see there, 10% chance to counter enemy when taking damage, and that's going to go up with the quality of it. Now, the 2 ones that I did get were the shield bracelet, which is going to give you shields when you first enter for 2.5 seconds. And I gotta say, I kind of like my invincibility bracelet better. Seems like it does the same thing, although this is going to give plus 7% attack versus the 6%. So that's that going for it. And we also have the Arcanum of Time. We're just gonna call this the Ocarina of Time. It's a Zelda thing. There's no doubt about it. Why pronounce it right? It's so much easier to say that, and it's stuck in our head. But this here, we'll show you what these both look like right now. So pretty much when you walk in a room, or in this situations when the enemies spawn, you're going to get somewhere between 2 or 4 shields, as you can see there. Like I said, invincibility bracelet just makes more sense. But the actual ability there, you see I have a big giant bubble around me. You get the enemies inside this, and this is going to slow their movement and slow their attacks based by the actual level or rarity that you have it at there. I didn't really notice huge differences of it. It wasn't like, oh my god, this thing is OP, but it is pretty awesome. I'm not going to lie, it's interesting to see once I get this thing leveled up how good it really is, and when I get it at a higher rarity. So I would try to get it if you can. It is new, it does make it exciting, but it's still too early to tell how OP this is going to be, and this might be a great pair with the new weapon or even the Demon Blade, so we'll have to see how it goes. But that's all I got for you guys today. As I said before, go over, check out Taro, join the Discord if you haven't already. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and remember, I pick my butt.